Okay guys, Fishy Dubs Fishing, and I had a viewer ask me about my safety protocol for going offshore, and it really got me thinking. I was so busy putting this boat together and so excited about fishing, I just forgot about things of that nature. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one together. Now, the first thing that I had bought for this, and I just mounted it. I'm going to try to show it from the opening here. I just mounted it up. Okay. And this is plenty of firepower. This is for going offshore. When I mean offshore, to carry something like that, I'm talking 30 to 100 miles, okay? That's where something like this would be on board. And to pair with that, I have a semi-automatic. I'm not going to mention the caliber. It's a pretty good caliber, and it's a real heavy round. It's a special round. This I carry. This is my carry weapon. I carry this with me everywhere I go, and it's on the boat with me for local inshore fishing as well as offshore. Okay, so these are two pretty heavy-duty items. Maybe the average person doesn't want to go in this direction, but let me tell you something. I've been out offshore, and it's a little concerning when you're out there and don't have anything to protect yourself with. Okay guys, Fishy Dubs Fishing here, and this will conclude what you need for offshore fishing. This is my personal choices and my personal opinions. There's some things that you might not want to use or have on board that I have on board, and it's your choice. When it comes to safety equipment, there's never enough of it when you have an emergency. Now this is an InReach Explorer made by Garmin. It's a satellite communications device. It's capable of sending text messages to the satellites. Now, hope I didn't have my fingers in front of the screen. You could get something like a beacon that automatically will send a signal when the boat goes down. They're called distress beacons. They send a signal to the satellite. Another word is EPIRB. They're called EPIRBs. I was going back and forth between the two, and I ended up getting this one. Even though you have to physically do it, it's still something that I want to have, along with the marine radio. The marine radio can dispatch emergencies at a pretty long distance. I don't know the exact range, but if this fails, the satellite communicator is something that you want to have, or an EPIRB. Now there's other things that you could put on the boat, like a life raft. This boat is a Key West. It's unsinkable. So for that reason, I don't have a life raft. But if I had the extra money to spend, you can get a small inflatable life raft. If you're really going offshore, at a great distance. And there's other videos on offshore fishing as far as what to bring to have a successful trip. Ropes, you know, harpoons, depending on what you're fishing for. And I'm sure there's other safety devices. But these are my items. This is the last part of this. And the only reason I did it, somebody questioned me on my offshore protocol. And it got me thinking. It got me thinking to buy a satellite communicator, you know, relatively quickly. Okay, so that's gonna do it here. And you know, the choices are up to you, but if you're venturing offshore alone, you really need some equipment. If at all possible, a buddy boat, you know, with 2 or 3 boats. If you're going offshore, that's a real good idea. And as always, file your float plan with somebody, you know, in case they have to find you. Okay, guys,